Hey there, welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. If this is the very first time you found me, yay, you're finally here. I've been waiting for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, yay, thanks so much for coming back. I always reply to every one of your comments, and I always love hearing what you have to say about these movies. So my subscribers already know that my goal is to save you time and money by giving you the scoop on filmmaking quality and content. So you can decide whether or not you want to spend time or money watching a particular film. So the particular film that I'm reviewing today is called Red One, and I'm wearing red just in honor of this movie. This fun action Christmas movie was going to release direct to video, but the plan changed and it is now playing in theaters. The film is rated PG-13. It's 2 hours and 3 minutes long, and my overall movie review mom grade is a B plus. I actually thought it was super cute. So I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked, things I didn't like, tips for parents, themes worth talking about, funny lines, interesting lines, and we'll finish up with recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that you might also really like, or you might even like better than this one. All right, so let's dive in. First of all, the story is that Santa gets kidnapped just a few days before Christmas. So his head of security, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, has to reluctantly team up with an infamous bounty hunter, Chris Evans, in a globe-trotting, action-packed mission to find and save the Red One. That's his code name, Santa Claus's code name. The movie was directed by Jake Kasdan. Writing credits go to Chris Morgan and Hiram Garcia. Already, the film has been nominated for Best Original Score, which I thought was noticeable while I watched the movie, by Henry Jackman at the Hollywood Music and Media Awards. So congratulations and kudos to him. So quick tips for parents. There is some profanity. There's a moment when a character is just about to drop an F-bomb and then a funny glitch kind of bleeps it out. So they recognize that they want kids to watch the movie, that it is supposed to be family friendly, I think, but because of some other content, it's not rated G, that's for sure. We see a lot of really bad behavior. Young kids probably won't know about the legend of Krampus, who plays an important and entertaining role in this movie, and he could be a little bit too scary for really young ones. There's lots of violence. There's also a witch that might be too scary for young children. People and creatures of various kinds are in dangerous situations almost the entire movie. Some of the themes are time for change, spreading good cheer, parenting, punishment, judging others, repentance, teamwork, second chances, and the magic of Christmas. So there's a long list of things that I really liked about this movie. First of all, Dwayne Johnson. I love him in all of his movies. He is such a stud muffin and always looks like he's having a blast. And he should be having fun because he just got paid 50 million donuts or dollars to star in this film. Academy Award winner J.K. Simmons does a really great job as a different kind of Santa. This is actually his second time playing Santa. His first role was in the 2019 movie called Klaus. Bonnie Hunt is always so great. I love the sweet moment in the film early on where she didn't even say a word, but she lovingly put her hand on Dwayne Johnson's face, to say she just said so much without even saying a word in that kind gesture. I just thought it was sweet. And she usually does play really sweet characters. It hurt my heart just a little bit to see Chris Evans as a bad guy, a level 4 naughty lister, they call him. He should be Captain America forever. He is in my heart. So both he and Dwayne Johnson were named People's Sexiest Man Alive in 2016 and in 2022. I mean, both, one of them at a time. But on a related note, Prince William, the prince, soon to be king in England, just recently beat out Dwayne Johnson as the sexiest bald man alive. So wow. It was also really fun to see Kiernan Shipka, Lucy Liu, and Christopher Hivju, who all did a really good job. And of course, the whole cast really does a good job. Santa's Village sure has gotten a high-tech upgrade, and they just present a really different kind of Santa's Village. It's a lot of fun. There are all kinds of new creatures as Santa's helpers in the ELF team, which I thought was pretty cute. We're also introduced to a lot of super creative bad guys too. The giant reindeer that we see are really cool, even though they look super CGI. I mean, obviously. There are a lot of fun stunts. The action sequences and fight scenes are very creative and entertaining. And some of the special effects are actually pretty cool. There's a lot of humor in the movie, or attempts at humor. Not everything lands, but overall, they're trying to make it a fun movie. The makeup and prosthetics team did a fantastic job on everybody, all of the creatures. You'll never look at a snow globe in the same way again. And if you like superhero movies, this is one that kind of feels like what it feels like a Marvel Christmas superhero movie, if that's a thing. Well, they did have a Christmas Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I think a couple of years ago. That was pretty cute. There's a lot of heart in this story, and I felt all the feels in this movie. I even got a little teary-eyed at a thing that happens at the end, and no spoilers, but I was just like, oh, it made me catch my breath. Oh. So if you're looking for a different kind of Christmas movie, here you go. Now, with all of that praise, there were just a few things that I didn't like or thought could have been done better or differently. For example, film critics have been hating this one, awarding it an extremely low 38% on Rotten Tomatoes when I looked at it this morning. It is not a perfect film, but I clearly enjoyed this more than all of the other film critics. And I just thought, what is the hate for? I mean, it's just a different kind of Christmas movie, and I liked it. There is a lot of good to be found in the film, and a lot of really good themes that if you watch this with your kids, it's good fodder for conversation afterwards. Now, I don't know what was going on with Dwayne Johnson during the filming of this movie, but apparently he consistently showed up late on the set, causing everyone to wait 4 hours and creating an extra $50 million budget increase. Not cool, Rock. Ironically, he criticized Vin Diesel for doing the exact same thing when they were filming the 2017 movie, The Fate of the Furious. Now, I love Dwayne Johnson, but show some respect to everybody, you know? I mean, I don't know what was going on. Anyway, Santa kept calling the reindeer ladies. He'd walk in and see these big reindeer. Hi, ladies. They are traditionally male. However, only female reindeer actually keep their antlers during the winter. So maybe they've been female all along. I don't know how Rudolph feels about that. But anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. And this should be a kid's movie, but the content really is a bit mature and sometimes inappropriate for young kids. I forgot to mention that in another inappropriate thing, we see scantily clad women in bikinis and just some other inappropriate content that I was like, wait, who's the audience here? Now, whenever I watch movies, I write down funny lines and interesting lines simply so I can share them with you so you can get a taste for the dialogue and the script writing quality. I have all of them on my written review at moviereviewmom.com, but I'll definitely share some of them with you right now. So for funny lines, so this was a line spoken by an obnoxious influencer. So all of these little kids are standing in line to see Santa, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is there as Santa's big head security guy. And so this influencer all of a sudden cuts in and gets his cell phone, and he's like, hey, here with the big one, you know, and he's trying to, well, just cheat the line where all of these poor kids are sitting there. And then so Dwayne Johnson's like, hey, not cool, you can't do that. And then he says, I'm kind of a big deal. I have 3,000 followers. I'm going to make your boy famous. And then Dwayne Johnson's character looks at him and says, he's already quite famous. I thought that was just kind of cute. Then they finally leave the mall, and Santa says to Dwayne Johnson, the mall at Christmas time is like oxygen to me, you know, and he's the real Santa. He just loves being there with the kids and having them, you know, talk to him and all that kind of stuff. And then there's another conversation between Santa and Dwayne Johnson. And, you know, Dwayne Johnson wants to retire, and he's sort of missing that magic. And he doesn't think someone that has doubts should be that close to Santa. Not doubts in Santa, but doubts in humanity, because everybody's acting so badly in the world, you know, which is kind of true. But anyway, they're having this conversation, and then Santa says, let's have a cookie. And then Dwayne Johnson kind of under his breath says, the answer to everything, you know, and you see J.K. Simmons is just such a good Santa, just really sweet. So as Dwayne Johnson is talking to Santa about putting in his letter of resignation, Santa's like, why? And he says, for the first time ever, more people are on the naughty list than not. And it's like they don't even care. There's so much bad behavior out there everywhere you look. And then he goes on and he says, I love the kids. It's the grown-ups that are killing me. And then this is sort of a common thread throughout the whole movie. He says, we choose every day who we want to be through big decisions and little ones, and every one of them matters. And then Santa, with his wisdom, says it's not our job to change people. People change themselves. And, Dwayne Johnson's character's just, isn't feeling it. And so Santa says to him, that somewhere inside every lost grown up is the kid they once were. Our gift is that we can see them even when they can't. We work for the kids, Cal, even when they're not kids anymore. And I was just like, that's so true, because Christmas time really does turn adults into children again. It's such a season of hope and love and that feeling of unity and community for mankind. And so I really love that. So Dwayne Johnson is talking to Chris Evans' character, who's a bad guy, and he says, "You have every choice. It's all choices. You don't just happen on the list, Jack. You put yourself there. You decide." And then he teaches Chris Evans' character, Nick, always says that every decision, big or small, is an opportunity to be good or not. And that is a big lesson for kids. Really drive that one home if you watch this movie with your kids. Now, I want to recommend a couple of films that are sort of similar that you might also really like. The first one is called The Naughty Nine. It is family friendly. It's very cute as these kids go on these little adventures around Christmas time. And I don't want to give you any spoilers. And then a very different film is Krampus. Now, that one is scary. It's sort of even bordering on a horror. It's that scary. And so I'm not recommending that for kids. But if you are an adult and you want to learn more about Krampus and that legend, which is a serious, dramatic, scary legend, check out that movie. All right. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. When you get a minute, go visit me all over social media. Say hi, comment down below, subscribe, ring that little bell. It's Christmas time after all. And you'll be notified every time I upload a new movie review, trailer reaction, or documentary analysis. All right. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.